They shouldn't have given you ashy blokes YouTube.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are. And to the dust we shall return.
Okay, good people, we're here on Friday. This is Ask Me Anything Friday, where you can toss in your random ass questions and stuff that I normally wouldn't ignore during a dedicated live. So here we are, and I hope that all you people that are random show up and ask me a question. Hopefully, I have an answer for you. Okay, just because you asked, don't mean I have to answer. So, who's first? Matt Brennan's up first. Gabar second. What's going on, Gabar? I ain't seen you in a minute. Adric, what's going on? You losing? What's happening? What's up, BTS Friday? Anything you recommend reading, doing to build your charisma? Uh, your charisma. Okay. Oh, basically, um, going to build your charisma. Number one, I would say recommend doing your chart to understand what your strengths are. Okay, so you play into your strengths rather than trying to be something that you're not. Okay. Number two, um, I would read Anima and Animus by Van France, because your anima is connected to the outside world, and basically your anima will translate, especially if you're a male, female language into male language. That'll help your charisma. Okay. Um, if it's number three, if you want to be more popular, that means you need to learn how to speak to people. And most people have a fear of rejection. So how do you get over the fear of rejection? Okay, you have to sell something. Most salesmen have to be more charismatic, is because they have to impress people to sell them a product. So you want to be more charismatic, I would suggest two things, okay? To be more charismatic. If you're not, you're not, okay? If you're an introvert, you're an introvert. But first thing is to do what? Get a sales job for 6 months. Online sales, corporate sales, insurance. Door to door is probably better because you have to face people and get over the fear of talking to people. And then I would say get a comedy course. The easiest one is any comedy course. What is that? They call that I remember the name of it, of the comedy, where you have to add on. Okay. If you do those two things, if you can know who you are, know what your strengths are, get over the fear of talking to people, and then be funny and deliver a line. Okay. Improvisational comedy. Okay. If you do that for a year, um, you will raise your charismatic standing because you'll be comfortable talking to people. You know how to deliver and tell a joke. You become more popular, and people will want to be around you. And then you play into your strengths. As you play into your strengths, then you know what kind of people to be around, and that's just as important as being generally popular. Because a lot of your entertainers are introverts, believe it or not, but they had to learn how to be extroverted. So those are two things I would say. And I said, BGS chat looks like it's a Pizza Friday on the Eastern Coast. Okay. I'm listening. What's happening? Hurricane Greg. Yeah. I just that's Alan Lavelle's new piece. From the dust. He can actually put the link in the chat so you can actually go listen to it. Because people always ask me, where do I get it from, or where I to listen to it, and I tell you where it's from. He's part of the community. Go to his channel and give him a view. Listen to it. Kevin, what's up? Snowman, what's happening? Supreme Pivot, what's going on? Instant Media beaming in on Transporter Pad 7. Prince, what's happening? There's Toya with my apple right on time. I will try to hit you up later, Toya, about your issue. But I can tell you, the issue is the cost of doing business in this space. Okay. Big Mo, what's happening? Shannon Green, what's happening? Do you know about the middle class black neighborhood that got burned? Yeah, I know because I had friends and family that own uh, houses up there. Okay, but Altadena is not what I call a middle. It's more Altadena is more of an upper middle class uh, uh, neighborhood. Is because it's those homes are at least worth like a couple of $1 million. Okay, up in Altadena, so they're not poor. Okay. Um, Lower Pasadena and by the Rose Bowl, that's where the regular poor folks live. But up in the hills, okay, those are upper and middle class people. But they've been around for a long time, and there are old school people that are still hold out. Most of the people that used to be up there in Altadena, up in that up on the hills, they've sold their homes and they've moved elsewhere or retired and moved out of the state. What are your thoughts on the Who Harris story? I don't even know who that is. I have no idea what the story is. I haven't heard it. What's up, AL? Shannon Green, NPRG, what's happening? There's Wu Man, Mongo, what's happening? Dr. Thunder, what's going on? I see Dr. Thunder. He came right behind me. He agrees with me and Michelle Obama, okay, about uh, uh, showing respect to your husband. So, Dr. Thunder, he can actually put the link in because Dr. Thunder is a real conservative, and he actually agreed with what I'm talking about as far as a wife is what his wife is supposed to do. Okay, especially a high-profile wife. Mr. Snazzy, what's going on? What's up, Ray? Essential Entities, what's going on? Red Planet, what's going on, man? I gave you a wrench so you could actually pimp your channel if you would like. Pragmatic Prime, what's happening? Spain, man, what's up? There's Ray posting a link about Jason Whitlock, which I think is Joy Reid and all this stuff is basically a non-story. What's up, Paul? Prime Main, what's going on? Real Vinsanity, what's up? Forever Blessed, what's going on? I think I already hit them up. Barry Hamilton, what's going on? Loved by few, hated by many, what's happening? StreamYard doesn't mess up like yesterday. They on some BS. Yeah, there's some issues, man, because I was looking. I was trying to do some troubleshooting, and there's a VPN that pops up that's not supposed to, and it screws up with StreamYard. So hopefully I stop the VPN, and so it doesn't pop up, and hopefully StreamYard will do what it needs to do on its end. Dusty Jones, what's going on? Don't you Dusties have anything better to do than clog up the chat? No, they don't. That's why they're here. This is the Dusty bullpen, okay? The Dusty gathering ground. See, more salute BGS KSS in the age of truth. I got a short I got to put up um, with Kevin. Actually, the first iteration of what he actually deemed sign language. Okay, we're actually talking about it on my women's channel. For those people that don't know what the original sign language is, I'll put it up later on as a short because he was actually my women's channel. We're actually going over the meaning of it. We're actually put the I in the middle of it as a projection. Mr. Snazzy, Jeffrey, what's happening? Gundam, what's going on? Captain Obvious, what's up? Said Jason Anderson, man, let's talk economy. What's up? It depends on what you want to talk about the economy. Basically, you have to wait till the guy gets in. Okay, we have no idea what direction the economy is going to go until the guy gets in. Any more planned beaches for women panels? Nothing planned. Okay, that was just random. So, um, I have to have some female interest for me to actually start the channel back up. So, and basically, man, that uh, I had a lot of lightning bolts thrown at that channel because a lot of men liked it, but they hated it at the same time. So, the channel was always getting attacked. What's up, Pimp God? I'm gonna play a portion of what you're saying about Saudi Khan in a minute. Henderson Bancroft, what's up? Uh, Giovanni, what's going on? A Split Jim, what's up? Condemned Man, what's going on? Toastmasters do help if you want to have public speaking. If we want to be more charismatic, okay? The fastest, easiest way to do it from people that I know that have done it is those four things, okay? Especially the last two things, okay? If you want to be more charismatic, okay? Um, Toastmasters is good if you want to learn how to give a speech, but thing is you're not doing it every day, okay? And for 8 to 10 hours a day, if you have to go sell, especially online, you're doing that shit for 8 to 10 hours a day. You're gonna get rejected a lot. You have to learn how to be rejected, and not be afraid to speak up. And then how to be funny. Toastmasters cannot teach you how to be funny, but a comedy class and improv class can. Two fastest ways. Now, if you want to do A to B comparison between Toastmasters and the method I give you, please do run the experiment. I'm an introvert. Yeah, most performers are introverts. Believe it or not, you would think they wouldn't be, but most of your performers, actors, and musicians are actually introverts. Marge, is it realistic starting a family and going for 4 children in this economy? Sure, it is. Okay, very much so. That happens all the time. How hard do you want to work, and what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Do you want to sacrifice for your children? You can have 12 children and move to a farm, okay? And farm for a living, right? With you and your husband. You actually farm or cattle ranch and have 12 children on the land. You can do it. The thing is, it's hard work. Do you actually want to work that hard? Most people do not. Theo, what's up? Eddie, what's happening? Turtle, Bitcoin, what's going on, man? Bitcoin is among the bricks, man. Is a hot topic right now. Let's see. Johnny Vegas, what's going on? Theo, apologies if this is repeated to you on multiple occasions. When are your next classes? Okay, he's talking to Theo. And to the dust we shall return. Yep, that's the song. Maybe Alan Lavelle will put the link into the song into the chat so people can go listen to it. That's why I was a little late because I was trying to upload the clip, upload the song for the intro. Let's see what we got. Larry, what's happening? Broke Genius. The poor people in LA have $1 million homes. That's wild. They're not poor. Okay, Altadena's not a poor neighborhood. It's a black neighbor. Just because you're black doesn't mean that you're poor. Okay, it's always been a upper middle class neighborhood. So there are no poor. There are poor neighborhoods in Pasadena, but that's not where the poor people live in that area. Paul can tell you because Paul's from LA. The fixer. Did you hear about Stacey Adams' organization getting being fined $300,000? Stacey Adams, the shoe company, or is that Stacey Abrams? Stacey Adams is not is a shoe company. The Black Toxic Masculines. What's going on? Loved by few. I work at Pasadena UPS, not too far from Altadena. Yeah, he can tell you where the poor neighborhoods that I know that are by the by the Rose Bowl. Okay, that's where all the poor neighborhoods are. They're on the flatlands. If you call Pasadena flatland, but the flatlands of Pasadena is where the poor neighborhoods are. Up in the hills, those are rich folks. Okay, upper middle class people. Yeah, let's see what we got. What do you think about TikTok ban BGS? Politics. But the thing is, it's already there. People are already flowing to Red Note, right? Which is a TikTok. What they call we call them forks that are actually a branch from TikTok, and then what is it? Lemon 8, which is also a branch from TikTok. So they're already flowing to those two things. So it doesn't matter. People, if there's a vacuum, especially in tech, people always fill it with something else. Just like MySpace died and Facebook filled the void. Let's see. I expect Obama and Michelle to divorce in about a year or two. It's coming. I don't. You can never tell, man, with political marriages. Remember all those pictures with Michelle and Bush Jr.? Yeah, it's politics, man. That's Dr. Thunder's. This morning, Dr. Thunder's live about Michelle and Barack, which I agree with. It's Red Planet's YouTube channel. Chance Rogers, what's going on? Afro National, what's going on? So Giovanni, any opinions on Biden's farewell speech? I haven't heard it yet. The the portion where he addressed the oligarchs in particular. Uh, he- the thing is, he's pissed is because his donors demanded him and actually forced him out of office. That's why he's pissed. And basically it's a big fu to his donors because he's retired anyway. He's in his 80s. He's got maybe 10 more years to live. He doesn't care. So it's a fu to the donors. How can the U.S. return to being the world's reserve? You haven't left. You're still the world's reserve currency, but there is no return to former glory. Okay, unless we talk about another 150 years, you won't see it. What's up, Michael? Go see Omatic. What's going on? What's your odds on Obama's getting divorced in 2 to 3 years? I don't know, man. I wouldn't 50-50, I would say. But the thing is, she gets too much prestige from being his wife. There's no reason for them to get divorced. I would refer to some of these black women with cloud behavior, combative, loud, outrageous, undesirable, and delusional. Yep. Well, that's standard. Will RFK Jr. take Dr. Fauci to task once he gets confirmed? I think they're trying to bury Dr. Fauci. I think Rand Paul pretty much took him to task for the past 3 years. So there's not much more you're gonna get out of him. Rand Paul wrote a whole book about Fauci. Saying, "Are you a cloud engineer?" That's hilarious. I worked as a telemarketer one summer, cold calls. You learn how to get rejected if you work as a telemarketer. Okay, real quickly. Smitty Jeans, what's up? You think Trump and the GOP will push laws on paternity fraud and family courts? I think that's more of a state issue. It's gonna have to go state by state. because I don't. They can't enforce that. That's a state issue. Ignatz, what's going on, man? Mr. J. Mack, greetings. What are your thoughts on the tax haven implications of the Palisades fire? I don't know about tax haven. You have to see what Congress will do as an exemption. You may get it, you may not. Okay, but the thing is, they have enough power to actually get it pushed through. So it's probably a pretty good question. They've already had the insurance companies bend. Okay, the insurance company has to bend the knee. So they might get an exemption or some kind of exemption about the fire. Uh, sir, did you do a video where you actually break down what BGS Airborne is about? I would like to learn more about it. I did when I first did it, way back when. You have to go back to 2015. But I actually talked about what it is. In fact, the guy that actually came up with the name, he's gone. If you can find Truth 40, okay, that talks about it more. Um, he's probably better at describing exactly what it is. But the thing is, it's like 10 years old as far as the origins of it. BGS do not black men who are conditioned with black guilt realize that the shaming passport bros to stay raises their comp. What is it? Raising their competition? Okay. Not really. Okay. Not really. And the thing is, it's not competition. Okay. The thing is they get more pressure to finance these chicks. Okay. Chicks ain't got no money. Okay. It ain't like that we're a bunch of sugar babies. Okay. With sugar mommies taking care of us. We don't have that, right? So the pressure to actually take care of these chicks, take care of all these fucking single moms, and these guys are leaving, that dumps all their responsibility on them. They don't like it, so that's why they're complaining. Has nothing to do with competition. There's 2 million more black women than there are black men anyway. There is no competition. Okay, it's a historical black neighborhood, yeah, but it's not poor. And half of the historical black neighborhood has been sold off anyway. 'Cause it was all black when I went in the '80s, when the family friends actually lived up there, and they sold it. They started selling them in the '90s, right after the crack era. So half of those people actually moved to either out of the state or to further out, or they actually died and sold their houses because they were quite old. So Stacey Abrams, okay, yeah, the Rose Bowl is actually the hood. Shout out to Black Planet, Polly Tricks, Ninja Person. I said, Johnny Vegas says, cheers, BGS. A friend of my mother called me trying to hook me up with somebody from Spelman. I think even the older women are seeing the shift and get them a chair. Laughing out loud. I'm good with my lady. With your Japanese lady. Okay. I opened up the Google store and Red Note was the first suggestion. Yep. They're already moving. In Baldwin Hills, Ladera is still predominantly black. White, yeah, it still is. White folks don't really move into Baldwin Hills and Ladera. Those are the rich folks. Okay, we used to call them hillbillies, the Beverly Hillbillies, back in the day. So I went to school with a lot of those kids. Well, they're old people now, but I went to school with a lot of those kids back in the day. So yeah, Love by Few probably has a better lay of the land than I do. I haven't been to Pasadena after the era since 2011 when I stopped driving for Super Shuttle. Okay, yeah, it hadn't. I mean, it's changed, but it hadn't changed that much. Biden would have gotten another term if his donors didn't abandon him. Thank you so much, donors. Laugh my ass off. That wouldn't have happened anyway. The reason they abandoned him is because he couldn't run for a second term. Shannon Green says, which neighborhood had the black elite? Baldwin Hills or Altadena? Baldwin Hills. I learned about rejections doing ad sales for my own company. Yep, you'll learn that pretty quickly. You either will quit or grow a tough skin. Independent POV says banning TikTok instead of Pornhub. OnlyFans tells you everything that's wrong with America. It is called politics. You can't banning OnlyFans and Pornhub is not going to do anything. People will always find a way around it. Gundam says, BGS, have you covered the amount of emotional labor a man goes through with his whole family, including wife, kids, mother, sister, aunts? It's draining. I have not, but the thing is, we've touched on it, but the thing is, we haven't covered it all. It's too big a field. My thoughts on Trump saying fathers will get a tax refund for his child support. I hope so. It's going to be hard to get through Congress, but I hope so. Black men are about to make a whole bunch of money if Trump gets his way. Please, Father God, let the black men make some money for once in this goddamn country. Amen. I hope so. Yeah, because basically, it's a double tax for men with child support, right? Because one, um, you get taxed for the income that you earn, and you also get taxed for the income. So basically, the income that you give to her is already taxed, okay? And she doesn't get taxed for getting the income, so she's getting paid twice. Plus, uh, she's getting exemptions for having a kid, and she's getting child tax credits. So women get a whole bunch of money to have kids and not have a husband. BGS, in your opinion, what's the proper way to handle disrespect from a man in the professional world without crashing out? Ah, it depends on what your profession is, okay? One is one, call him out on the disrespect, okay? Two, uh, call him out on childish behavior, okay? Third is disrespecting back. You don't have to crash out. Okay. My big greatest thing is learn. If somebody is doing it all the time, learn your enemy's weakness and use it against him. Let him feel how it is to be disrespected. Okay. And then the third thing, if it goes beyond that, um, is to talk to the higher ups. And after that, man, then ask him, hey, man, let's put on the gloves at the gym and let's step outside for a second. That's the last of it. But the thing is, without crashing out, yeah. My thing is how to keep people from disrespecting you is learn his weakness. You learn what his weakness is, and you learn what his weakness is, and use it against him. If you have to be around him, okay. The easiest way to handle disrespect from another man is actually let him know what's up, let him know what he did, call him out on it, and then say, "I never want to talk to you again." That's the best way. Separate yourself. In Minnesota, African American and children of two or more races face the same or less serious allegations are removed from the home at a rate 2 and 7 times higher than their white counterparts. Okay. I don't. In Minnesota, yeah. Well, perhaps Minnesota didn't have that many black people to begin with, so. Black children are more likely to be investigated by Child Protective Service than other children. In the United States, black children are more likely. Yeah, because it's called racism, sir. But y'all don't believe in it, right? Little Maple Leaf, what's up? Kennard, what's going on? Let's see. Hi, family. 2025 is going to be. Oh, it already is. Have you gone to the gala yet, MS Delta? Have you collected some phone numbers and some contacts? Okay, what else we got? What income level have popular? What income level have populated Palisades? Most people in Palisades make it to live there. Okay, you probably got to make at least $300,000 or $400,000 a year or more to live there. Palisades is a wealthy, not upper middle class, wealthy area. Always has been very wealthy. Just like Palisades, Malibu, now Manhattan Beach, places like that. Wealthy. It's the only way you can live there. Art, what's up? I'm late. You probably have already addressed Michelle Obama and the nerve to publicly say that we did that yesterday. She has the right to say it publicly. 'Cause she's going to be asked about because she missed the Jimmy Carter uh, funeral. So people were asking her about the inauguration. So that's why she said it. Do I know about Robert F. Williams? Yes, I do. What's up, BGS in chat? Uh, let's see. Mr. said, my K friends are disappointed Michelle O is not showing up at the funeral inauguration. Yeah, it's a bad look. It is a bad look. But Michelle's always been that way. I'm glad that whatever happened to keep Biden from running again happened. He was too old. I never wanted a piece of crap in the White House to begin with because I knew exactly he'd do exactly what he did. I think Barack did too. What is Michelle? She's always been around that. She's always been like this. She's always been contrary. She don't like. I don't think she likes that political crowd anyway, because she's always acted like she hated them. Do you believe that some black women are better depending on the region they live in? I'm in Philly. I swear, we have the worst women on earth. People said that in Chicago. Chicago probably has the worst black women. That's what I'm hearing. But yeah, yeah, your region will determine the agreeableness of the women. I think Southern women used to be more agreeable, but they're going a different direction now. So if a smoke detector continuously beeps, does that mean it's working? That means the batteries are low, probably. My son was accepted into a science and math academy, which is a 20-minute drive away. Okay, it's worth it. Most of the students are Asian, Indian, or white. He's very smart. I can tell he feels uncomfortable. Um, if he's in that field, he's always gonna feel uncomfortable, right? If you're in math, science, or something like that, you're gonna be a spot, okay? When I was in chemistry, doing chemistry and math, most of the class was white, like 90%. When I got to college, the same way. Most of the class is white, like 90%, like 90%. Get used to it, or pick a different field, or um, ship him down south. Ship him to what is it? Ship him to is it Alabama? Yeah, Alabama, right where the NASA center is in Alabama. Okay, ship him there. Okay, where they're all black. They're all black engineers and scientists, stuff like that. But he won't be 20 minutes away. He won't be. Yeah, I think it's Alabama. It's out of Alabama or Mississippi. I can't remember. But the thing is, ship him there. There'll be all blacks, an all black town. He'll be nice and comfortable. But unless you can do that, then he's gonna have to get used to it. What kind of? You can't. Okay, he's gonna have to adjust. Okay, you have to talk to him. It, but things he'll be around. Tell him that those kids will make him better. Michelle is not an AKA. No, she is not. But the thing is, uh, she's a black woman, and they look up to her. Could what Michelle Obama is doing be considered as crashing out? No. FBA chicks never seem to turn down a chance to embarrass themselves and wonder why everyone bashes them. It's because they feel empowered by being this way. Will Michelle's action be used as a proxy for all black women by Trump and his cronies? I don't think so, man. I think they'll play it down. In fact, I think the other side, the MAGA side or the right side, probably don't even want her there in the first place. So they're probably happy that she's not coming. So Memphis has the worst, perhaps. She doesn't seem interested in politics, but she isn't necessarily quiet either. No, she's not. Yeah, DC would have the most entitled. Trust yourself first. Let me stop you right there. Because Atlanta and New York got Chicago women beat as far as being dumpster fires. Okay. I've met New York women. They got mouthy, but Chicago women are in another gear. I've heard that from everybody about Chicago women. Michelle Obama's a Chicago woman. Yeah, he's surrounded by blurs and stuff like that. You have to find him, but the thing is, it's not going to help him in his day to day at school. Because the blurs going to tell them because they have to face that when they go back to their prospective uh, uh, jobs. Okay, where their spots. Yeah, Huntsville, Alabama, A&M. Yep. If you really want him to be around black birds and stuff like that, and engineers, send him to Huntsville or move to Huntsville. I don't have any information, at least not yet, other than what they've announced. So I don't have anything new. I was the only black man in my advanced computer science and physics courses. Let's say I learned a lot of Korean. That is true. Okay. Yeah, Huntsville. Yeah, that's the spot. I live in NYC. The last time I dated a black woman was 2007. Since then, I have not dated anyone. I heard that. Yeah, I've become a monk, man. So women are draining. Yoshi says Elon and the new administration wanted to get rid of DEI and the education board. What were the we're talking about the Department of Education? Okay, only Congress can do the Department of Education. DEI is just a affirmative action bin. Trump can do that on day one. Michelle gives up Delta vibes anyway. I would not know the difference. What's up, Louis? Does Barack need Michelle more than Michelle needs Barack? Uh, Barack doesn't need Michelle anymore because he has already been president, so he doesn't need her anymore for the most part. You don't need her. What do you need her for? Would it be further red pill awakening? No, I don't think so. I think people know that Barack and Michelle are like oil and water. He's just what would it take to make a black marriage work in the U.S.? we see most of these of the things that drive apart. But what do you think could make black relationships work long term? Number one, was she trained to be a wife? Okay. Number two, does her family believe in marriage at all costs? Number three, is she married to the game or is she married to you? If she married to you, it's going to break. If she married to the game, which is marriage and the sanctity of marriage, she'll stay married. All the women I've talked to that have stayed married till their husbands died is because they believed in marriage. They believed that their marriage was sacred and their husband is sacred as far as marriage is concerned. So they believed in the marriage more than the man. That's how they state. Juan Franz mentions alongside the animals, men have a wise old man, okay, and women have wise old women that are like or sage like. She never got in contact with hers, at least during that interview. Have you? Yes, I have. Basically, your mature animus and your mature anima or the old folks, okay, or the old man. I got when I became a Gnostic, I got in touch with my old man in the cave, okay. Told me to come in and look, come in and see. And I was doing a little something, something, and I saw the face of my old woman, which is my which is my guide, which is my anima guide. Okay, she's matured, and so she's very old. She's one. I think I had a dream. She actually showed me what she looks like. I'm an alpha. If you send your son to a higher education, tell him to watch out for Adduct Weinstein goons. I have no idea what that is. Okay. Uh, Everybody saying their woman is worse than everybody else's woman. For Weinstein goons, they are not your friends. Well, they'll learn. Saying it and them finding it out. Kids are always FAFO, right? If you just have two jobs, I'm studying for a certification. It seems as though it's not enough time in the day. How can I get more organized? You have to prioritize what's more important. One, you have to prioritize. Two, you have to sacrifice. Okay. Why are you working two jobs? Number one, and trying to study. And if you live in a higher standard of living and you have to forge your standard of living, okay, if you're married, then you have to have a talk with your wife and your significant other to having your standard of living lowered a bit. So you don't have to work as hard, okay, as far as trying to earn money. I say, Ma'am Stelter said, if you are one of the few blacks in STEM, get used to it. Network, focus on the work, use it to your advantage. Also, try to understand the people that you're around. Okay, get out of the corner, try to understand them because you're going to need to understand them anyway. As you get older, get into the workforce, some people are not going away. Those will be your coworkers. The thing is, and don't try to be like them. Try to be better than them. I am not gonna lie, I can't get over the NYC female accent and the aggressive ones, but as Chicago, these chicks are princess thug. Yeah, they're more. Yeah, Chicago women are a little bit more ghetto. Let's put it that way. Can see in red. What's up? Independent POV. Do women's inability to cope with rejection stem from their belief that they can get whatever they want, they can bag whatever they set their eyes on. They don't take rejection well. It's because they're more tuned into their emotions. Okay, they're tuned into their emotions and their emotional core, and their emotional core cannot stand rejection like men can. But if they go out and sell, they get used to rejection just like everybody else. Men don't take rejection personally as personally as women do. Okay, because a man can take rejection that means that that particular person doesn't want him or he doesn't qualify for that particular person. It has nothing to say about his inner core, what kind of person he is. Women take that shit personally. And be just why do you freak at Mr. Z's channel? Because uh, he's a crazy ass lefty that does reckless streams. Oh, you're in the lab right now, man. What you cooking up? What you cooking up, man? You ought to give us a peek, man. Give us a peek into your process, okay? How you cook stuff up. Basically, having a woman means you have it's a lot of labor you have to put into a woman. Do you get a return on your investment? That's the thing. What do you want, and do you get a return? Is the return enough to the labor and that you're extending? Women are always time and money, always, all of them. Time, money, and emotional labor. Are they worth your time, money, and emotional labor? Even white women. Before you were distant, you didn't talk to me, you didn't make me feel good. I feel differently about you. It's all about the feeling. And even white women, even Asian women, all have that in common. Just black women are way worse at it. That's all. If you are called corny and nerdy by black women and wear it as a badge of honor, you're going upward while they continue to go in a spiraling down a spiraling direction. It means you're not in the right group. Best to be around your own when you're going to higher education. It depends. It depends. You're cooking up that awful track for BGS so people can like his videos immediately. I guess so. Larry, that is a great analogy. Okay. I think it's gonna hurt white women more than black people. That's like a white woman crashing out over DEI versus black people. What are the chances of Trump boosting the funding of my brother's keepers program? I have no clue, man. But I think he'll throw you a bone if you put pressure on him. Let's see what else we got. She can't have a contingency plan. Uh, what's up, Wolf? Barack is going to snowboarding heaven. Barack likes Jewish women for whatever reason. Okay, most of Barack's date him dating were actually Jewish women, educated Jewish women, which my dating profile says they're the ones that actually suit me best. But I'm a little bit too liberal for most Jewish women. Venom, what's up? Thanks for the tax money. See what else we got. And since we're getting close to the end, let me play this clip by um, Pimp God, and this is Sadia Khan. Okay, points of isms because what he says, what she's saying, and what he's pointing out is can be valuable. Let's put it that way. Okay, about money and game. Okay, and what you should expect with money and game. Okay.
The bottom line is men need to be pushed outside of their common consciousness, their lowest level of consciousness, so that they can actually see themselves. How you gonna see a female if you can't see yourself first? How you gonna observe her if you ain't observing yourself? This is what makes pimps the apex player, because his focus is him, not her. He's self-centered. That's why she can't run game on him.
You have to ask yourself if your motivation for becoming rich is getting more women, you have to think about the quality of women. If you couldn't access her without money, then chances are any man with money can access her. And if you, yeah, so if you can access her without money, she's your level. But if it takes money to access her, you are replaceable by the next man who's an ATM.
And basically, you have to make her replaceable too, because this is high level tricking. That's what she's trying to tell you. Okay, you're paying for her with a lifestyle, high level trick, which is why 100 octanes get bounced from man to man to man to man. Okay, because you're using your wealth and fame to access women. Okay, that's what you have to understand. That uh, she's there for the ride. Okay, and you're the taxi. You have to treat her like a passenger.
So don't do it. Unfortunately. We have to be realistic with our expectations. If you're a 4 out of 10 guy that happens to be a millionaire, the reality is a 10 out of 10 girl is still not going to be physically attracted to you. She's still going to just be attracted to your lifestyle. So she's more likely to still get her physical needs met elsewhere.
She's going to cheat, in other words. What I say about dimes, okay? Tens and dimes, they belong to everybody, right? Okay?
And the amount of women I see cheating on their rich husbands is unbelievable.
So, in other words, faithfulness and loyalty you cannot buy, okay? She's telling you that, okay? Many, many men that have, at that level that told me that, okay? Exactly what she's saying.
Now, here's the thing. Height, looks, shade. Okay, just like we can have a prototype, so can a woman.
Yeah, she has a type, okay? And just if you're not her type, and you want her, you can purchase her. But you got to understand that you are purchasing her, okay? You're not going to get what Rollo Tomasi calls genuine desire. And the women that will give you genuine desire, you don't want. So, but you have to understand the game is the game, okay? That's why I want to play you that clip. The game is the game. I might do this. I might do this separately, okay? Because what she's breaking down and what he's breaking down is game, okay? This is the game. The game is the game. And if you using your wealth and fame to actually get chicks, that's part of the game, okay? Can't get mad, okay? Can't get mad at the player, hate the game, okay? You know goddamn well she ain't with you because you this fantastic guy, right? She's with you is because the lifestyle that you can afford her. And when you can't, she like I said, she sleeps to who she wants to for free. Okay? So anytime I get with a woman, why are you here? Why are you here? And what's my return on investment? What's your return on investment? Most guys, that's wealthy guys trick all the time, okay? Because they ain't got time to worry about this bullshit. Give me what I want. Give me the experience that I want, and then you get this lifestyle. That's yours in trade, okay? Because I know what it is. But you're what I want, just like my car, just like my home, just like my business. I got to purchase you. I want to do that because as far as a itemized deduction or a line, okay, you're fairly cheap compared to what I would have to pay to get what I want. So, don't listen to that. You got to have all this shit to get this woman. Blah 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 blah. She's basically an employee. The game is the game. Okay. Anyhow, I just wanted to pop that up real quick. Mr. Z says, what do you think of the Afro pessimist concept for that everything, everyone, for the most part, in the modern world is anti-black? This is bullshit, okay? If that was the case, then they would not adopt your culture, your food, your saying, okay? It's not anti-black, okay? You are in a racist or class system, okay? And they want you to stay in your place. They like what you do. They'll purchase what you do. They'll get themselves involved and copy and involve themselves in what you do. That's not anti-black. What it is it's a system. But you trying to get up into their class and be with them, and be amongst them. That's when the rub is. Okay. But you have to understand the game. No show. Should I ride out with my 5 looks 87 Latina and my 8 looks 89 BW? What's your return on investment? What do you want and what do you get back? Yeah, that's an individual question. What do you want and what are you getting back? Is Brazil a second or third world country? I would say right now it's probably second. I said, BGS, did you hear the gifted and talented program in the 80s and 90s was ran by the CIA? I would not be surprised. I didn't hear that, but the gifted and talented stuff it cannot be run solely by the CIA. There's a whole bunch of people that are involved with it. Okay, your Department of Education is probably the biggest link to the CIA, to the gifted and talented program, because CIA cannot handle all those people. You got uh, government, business, um, uh, tech that all needs these people. Okay, so it's the Department of Education wants to filter for these people. So I'm saying it's ran by the CIA, probably not. Glorilla's from Memphis, enough said. Yeah. How about all them chicks from Chicago? Glorilla is ghetto. Okay. Glorilla is country ratchet. Okay. You go to New Orleans and see the same thing. You can go to Houston, see the same thing. Because what's the name? Megan Thee Stallion's from Houston. Okay. They're all over, but those are anomalies. Okay. Glorilla is not the worst I've seen. Glorilla is almost like country gameless. Okay. She she's gameless to me. Cardi B's probably worse than Glorilla, believe it or not. I've been practicing learning multiple languages. Can that give one an advantage in expanding your? Yeah, yeah. Depending on your environment. If you want to join my class, www.blackmanosphere.org. Okay, that's Mookie's information. What books can you recommend on various African ethnicities? I've heard mentioned over 5K. Oh God, I don't know anyone's in particular. I couldn't name anyone's in particular. You have to go if you read their own literature. If you go there and read their own literature, um, that's probably the best way. If you learn to speak their language, it's probably even a better way. But there is no one book that I've heard of. So be just what I meant was I have a part-time and full-time job. My mission is to obtain a medical chart auditing certification so I can stay ahead with the AI and learn. Okay, all right. Then you got to grind, man. There's no way out. So you either lower your cost of living or you grind it out. It's the only two things you can do. Let's see what else we got. Couple of more questions. Will the woke righties try to cancel MLK Jr. again on Monday, or will they be too busy focused on the inauguration? Okay. I don't know how you can cancel somebody who has a holiday in his name. That boat is set. Once you get a coin and once you get a holiday in your name, it's pretty much cemented. You can say whatever you want. You can't cancel the guy. What is with women, especially black women on the whole, are sticking with being strong and wrong than actually listening to what we say we want, because they don't care what you want. That's why. Do you think the declining birth rate is prompting the right to roll back things that would support the feminist movement? Yeah, they are trying to roll it back, but the thing is, unless you change the environment, it's not going to work. Feminism is not a cause, it's an effect. BGS Taco Stand Tax. Thank you, Hurricane Greg. And see what else we got. Anything else that's of any importance? Okay. Super chats. Been having dreams about my ex from 10 years ago. Don't know if it's a sign to find her or my animals trying to send me a message. Okay, sometimes is you dreaming about your ex? Is it her thinking about you, or is she an avatar for your anima? Okay? If you're wondering about your ex, call her. Just call her. Just drop her a note and see what's up. See if she's thinking about you. Sometimes that's what's happening. UNESCO General History of Africa Volume 8 is probably the best list of African ethnic groups, but information about them, there's too many, man. There's too many. Kenya alone has 100 ethnic groups alone by itself. Just Kenya alone. Go to Ghana. Ghana has like 15. Okay, it's impossible. You got five or 6,000 ethnic groups with their own little languages in Africa alone. It's impossible to actually go through them all. Do you think Angela Rye is crashing out for the establishment by calling Farrakhan a bigot over claims that recent attacks were Nation of Islam? I think she's fighting for relevance, is because her girl didn't make it. So, and I think her paycheck is running out. So she's fighting for relevance now. She's fighting for attention. She's thinking about you, bro. Happened to me several times. It could be. It's one of the two things. When I see it, because I have a girlfriend that has passed, has deceased, and every now and then I see her. So it's, and a lot of times she's an avatar. But call her and see if you really want to know. That's the only way to find out. Anyhow, y'all, let me go ahead and get out of here. And I will see you guys later. I'll see if I decide to do a Friday night thing, open panel, but we'll see. We'll see how my nap goes and how the rest of the day goes. Because my grandson, he's in tap class, or he's doing tap right now. So so there's no homework today. And plus you have a 3-day weekend. So we'll see. All right, good people. And next came to me in a dream the same day she died. That has happened to me more times than I can actually tell you. Because my grandmother came to me, my uncle came to me, my aunt came to me and said goodbye. So it does happen. Depends how you're connected to them. Anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. I will see you guys either next week or later. Depends. So peace out.
Muzyka Denis 7.